for my permanent Valentine. I need a string to tie down my drifting kite. I wouldn't mind being called someone's wife. I'm looking for that certain sparkle in your eyes. Don't need much, just someone to hold me tight. Don't got a lot, but I can be awful nice. And I promise never to ever make you blue. Oh, as long as you would see that I could have you for more than a day. I'm not interested in just one night. I am here for the love of my life. I'm looking for my permanent Valentine. What? My permanent Valentine. Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul, the way a fool would do, madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night.
I think some of my earliest memories musically had a lot to do with theater. I was very active in ballet when I was younger, and so I got to hear all kinds of wonderful classical music, and that really opened up my world. And I think, also for me, this is kind of an odd question. My therapist would really like this answer, that I think music might have been just about the only thing I ever did as a kid that wasn't just to please my parents. I did it purely because I was so infatuated with it. I just really loved it. So.
You're no good, you're no good for me. In fact, you're just plain bad. I never could resist that in a man. So I won't be too alarmed when you break my heart. I've been warned. And you say you don't do love. Now I just can't believe that that's true. But you say you've had enough romance to know that love is not for you. So I won't be too alarmed when you break my heart. I've been warned. Oh, and every time you're near, well, the red flags are there. So why am I still standing here?
Playing just the bare bones version of the song is very satisfying for me. There's a couple different things I guess I could talk about with that. One, a good song you should be able to just sing it. You know, the best songs you can hum, and somebody will know within 5 notes what song you are singing. Christmas songs are like that. The happy birthday songs, those are some well-written songs. I want to work with people that show up early, that don't wear Birkenstocks on stage. You know, and I want people who are going to just really practice and fall in love with the songs as much as I do. And I don't really want to be on stage until I can be with, you know, a children's choir, a full choir, and an orchestra. You know, I don't want to be with the, you know, Jamarama band.
If you can't have that, you're good by yourself.
Yeah, if I, you know, and it's just like me playing in my bedroom, and you know, what you don't know is that Jerry gave me a wink. It's just like playing in my bedroom. We're definitely going to include this, aren't we? It's just like playing in my bedroom, you know. It's very intimate, and I really enjoy that. It's fun. So.
I wanted to believe in love. I wanted to believe in everything. I wanted to believe in things I couldn't see, for I believed in you and me. I wanted to believe in things I couldn't see, for I believed foolishly, I believed stupidly, I believed in you.
There's about 10 songs that continuously go through my mind. Over the Rainbow by Harold Arlen, I think, I don't know, it might be the best song that's ever been written, in my opinion. I'm not sure about that, but it's pretty darn good. I think also A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. A lot of the Disney music, When You Wish Upon a Star, I mean, my God, so good. And actually, weirdly, a lot of Backstreet Boys music. I mean, how does that not stick with you? I mean, they're just the best. I mean, the people that wrote for them, or what's his name, something Max or something. This guy is a Swedish genius. And yeah, and there's quite a few songs by ABBA that really stick with me too. My feeling is, you know, pop is pop. I mean, you can have all different types of arrangements. And it's, you know, it's the same thing as Rodgers and Hammerstein when you get down to it. I mean, a good pop song is a good pop song. I have no prejudice towards any of it. I love if it's beautiful and artistic and it's emotionally sincere. I love it. I love catchiness. It's great. So.
I'm not tired, no I cannot get to sleep. Yes, I've tried counting sheep, but it doesn't seem to keep my eyes closed. Tell me please, how am I supposed to meet the man of my dreams if I cannot get to sleep? must have been tired, yes, I'm sure that I'm asleep. With the help of little sheep, I just couldn't help but keep my eyes closed. Here comes love and he's smiling oh so sweet. I found him finally, he's invading all my dreams.
Thank you so much. I don't know that I haven't done as much guitar work. In fact, currently I'm writing a song that's completely harmonics, and that is really, really fun. I have to say it's very difficult, but I like that a lot. I started therapy a while back. I can't stress just how good that was for me. I was very nervous that going to therapy would, I don't know, I always thought, oh, you need to be crazy and sad all the time to write, and it's actually really the opposite. I think if you know how you're feeling, you can write a lot, it's a lot easier. I think that really kind of triggered an explosion of songwriting in me. Really got me in touch with how I was feeling. See, there's a song that quite a few people like. It's called "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Breaks," which is kind of interesting because that is a song that is kind of somewhat similar to something I might have written when I was a kid, in that I felt like I wasn't progressing as a pianist, and I thought, I just need to write something that's just so hard I'll never be able to play it. And it took me about 8 months of solid playing at my house to be able to finally get it and sing with it, so that's kind of cool. I think it was kind of a bit of a challenge for myself. I always want to be growing.
It's just inconvenience since you don't love me too. So what am I supposed to do? I thought you were my dreams come true, but I should have known when I dreamt of you that a dream is a wish your heart breaks into. I can't shake you, I can't seem to break you. Just tell me how to get some good love from you, 'cause I just don't know what to do since I gave my heart to you. And I should have known when I dreamt of you that a dream is a wish your heart breaks into. I should have known when I dreamt of you that a dream is a wish my heart made, and a dream is a wish my heart will break
Thank you. The earliest songs that I ever wrote were instrumentals on piano, and that was around the age of 4. I really don't like to repeat songs. I do know a lot of artists who tend to use parts of songs and they put it in others. I don't ever do that on purpose. I think a couple people have told me that it's occurred, but it's never been done with intent. No, I do remember about 4 or 5 of them, and I still play them. I really like them. In fact, I think they're a lot more complicated and interesting in ways that I would never be able to even think of anymore. But it's just something that maybe a kid can. I think that, like, when I was a kid, the big thing for me was writing songs that were difficult, that would make my hands stretch, that would make my hands grow and get really strong. There was a lot more intent in just technically getting better. I really wanted to be able to play the things I heard in my head. And now, I think I've just given up.
Lonely. I hate being lonely. I hate being only one with no someone. And maybe I'll forget how it feels to have somebody really need me desperately. And although I claim to have had no need for the men that have come past, the truth is, oh, so sad. My heart's been had. And so although I claim that I'm happy, I'm still just little old Miss Sappy, all alone, all alone, so lonely.
Well, something happened in the last 5 years that was very amazing, and it had to do with many different events and many ex-boyfriends that I had. And I think I gained a lot of self-assurance and self-trust, and I stopped asking everybody else around me, am I good, am I good, am I good? And I started asking myself, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about this? And I became very explorative, I think, and I grew very brave. In my first album, I think I was very scared of a lot of things. I didn't know what I wanted. Shoot, when I first started recording it, I didn't even think that I was going to be singing the songs. I just wanted to write songs for other people. So, I mean, in the last 5 years, I think I've really decided that this is what I really want to do, and I really trust myself, and nothing no one can say will change my mind, you know. So I think I started, a big thing was I started feeling like, it's okay to do like very large arrangements. I always thought, oh, I really wish I could hear these huge, choirs, and I wish I could hear the French horn just bring up the drum and hear the harp play, and I wanted to hear these lush arrangements, and I always just felt like, oh, that's just too big. Everyone's gonna just think I'm so weird putting, timpani in there. And then I just said, I like drama. Let's up it up, let's bring it in there. And I think I went and got a program of samples and started fiddling around, and now I'm going to be going to Prague in the fall and recording a real orchestra, having them play the arrangements that I've written. So.
Sorry, I wasn't really up to the mic. Nobody knows it, but her heart is really a circle. And when you're in love, then that circle develops a dimple in the middle. Oh, be careful with your heart, 'cause someone might break it into little circle parts. Nobody knows it, but I ain't got no honey. And so I sit singing, and so I sit strumming, getting lonely. And mostly 'cause some darn fella, well, he broke my heart into little circle parts. Whistle with me. Freestyle. That's enough. And nobody knows it, but her heart, it's really a circle. And when you're in love, then that circle develops a dimple in the middle. Oh, be careful with your hearts, 'cause someone might break them into little circle parts. That jazz chord was just for you.
I think the most important thing in life, to me, is whatever you think is beautiful. You should go for that. I think making beautiful things is so important. Whatever that means to you. Beauty is incredibly important.
Why be blue? There's someone out there for you. It's true. Just keep on smiling and go outside. The sun is shining for me, and you and your sweetheart too. For those in doubt, this song is for you. Being alone is never any fun, so go get dressed. Get out and love someone, for love rubs off. And when you give it out, you get it back. stand up tall and sing a song. Heaven will stop and listen for you. So let's be nice, 'cause we've only got but this one short life.